Hi everyone, it's Chris. Welcome to my video. Today is the 13th of August 2013. This video is going to be injecting testosterone into myself. 15 months on testosterone. For the first, I'd say about 8 months, the nurse at my local doctor's did it for me, and then I started to learn to do it myself. And it was only 2 months ago that I've actually started doing them at home. So in between that time I was doing them myself, but at the doctor's with the nurse watching over me. So I wanted to do a video on how to inject. So obviously this is going to be the first take because you can't inject yourself like God knows how many times in the same day. I recently changed my dosage. Well, my doctor did. I had one of these ampoules called I had it every 4 weeks, but my testosterone levels are too low, so he changed it to every 3 weeks. Sorry, I lost my words then. He changed it to every 3 weeks. I'm happy about that. Definitely the effects are showing more and everything else. So yeah, I want to show you the process. So this might be a long video. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to talk you through it as well. First of all, there's your little vial. You've got to make sure that there's no bubbles in the top, and it's got to be below halfway. That looks pretty damn good to me. So I have a needle, well no, syringe, and I have 2 needles. One needle is to suck the testosterone out of the bottle, and then the other needle is to inject it into myself. I'm just going to check on the calendar which thigh I'm putting it in. My right thigh. Every 3 weeks I alternate. I have to put them into my thighs, and I alternate each thigh each time. So I've shaken that. It's below halfway. So I now need to take the top off. Now to take the top off, I use a tissue because last time I did it I ended up cutting myself because the glass is pretty sharp. So there we go. I do have a sharp spin over there, by the way. I have a sharp spin because my mum is type 1 diabetic as well. She takes insulin quite a few times a day, so I've got a sharp spin over there, and I'll do that afterwards. So I need to now get this out of here. Syringe. Needle rather. No, syringe. That's a syringe. And then the needle is here. Voila! Next is to draw the testosterone out of the tube. When I can get this bloody thing off, there we go. So, there's a pointy bit and a flat bit there. You probably can't even see it on the webcam. You can see the point there. The flat bit has to go right to the bottom, and then you just, I can show it right at the bottom. And then you just start sucking it out, basically. And you probably can't see it on there, but it is starting to fill up. Takes a bit of a while. I wanted to do this video as well because it's interesting for people to see. A lot of people assume I'm on tablets. I'm not, but a lot of people assume that I am. Whereas I've always believed that the gel, not the gel, sorry, some people can be on testosterone gel, but I believe that the injections, for me, work faster. But saying that, I've never tried the gel. So I've got to make sure the bottom's empty. Yep, not much else can come out of there. Empty vial. Now I'm just going to go and get the sharp spin. I should have done that before. Sharp spin. My mum is diabetic, so pop that in there. The needle, take straight off and put it in the sharp spin. You do not put the top back on, because if it goes through your finger, well no, if it goes through the actual plastic and into your finger, you could be seriously injured. New needle, pop straight onto there. Now on the measurements on here, I don't know if you can see there, it does say 1 there. I have to push it all the way up to there which is usually just over 1. There we go. When you can see a little bit coming out of the top, you know there's no bubbles in it, flick it just to make sure. There's tiny little bubbles, but tiny little bubbles doesn't matter. Right, now it's the next part. I fucking hate this part. Well, no, I don't hate it. I love it because obviously testosterone's getting into my body, but I'm really bad for putting a needle in myself. So I'm going to move the camera down. I've got shorts on today. So I'm hoping that's a good picture. Your thigh, put it into like 4 different areas. So I chop it into 4, and it's this bottom right area that I put it in. So I'm going to take the top off. Now I can get it off, there we go. So, needle. Oh, I hate this part. So chop it into 4, and it's about there. I've got now to stick this in. I'm going to do it because I'm on camera. Get it in, get it in, get it in. I'm doing it quicker today because I am on camera, and I don't know why camera seems to be different. It is going in. It's taking its time. Just got to remember, this is thick oily stuff. So it's pushed all the way down. Pull it back out. Take the top off. Put it straight in the actual bin itself. And then, because it's bleeding a little bit, I don't know if you can see that, I've just folded the tissue up, put it over there, and I've got some tape somewhere, there we go. I normally put a bit of cotton wool over it, but the cotton wool's upstairs and I can't be asked to go upstairs. That won't be long enough. There will be a bit of blood afterwards because obviously you're putting it into your skin kind of, so obviously into the muscle, but you're piercing the skin. And there we go, all done. I hope that was a clear picture there. So yeah, there we go. Done for another 3 weeks. That is pretty scary. It does kind of take me a while. Now before I used to have my mum watch over me. When I was doing it at the doctor's with a nurse, my mum came with me one time because I wanted to see it, how I did it, so that when I came home she could watch over me and just make sure nothing went wrong. So she has been watching over me, but I couldn't be asked to get my ass out of bed this morning before she went to work, so I thought, why don't I make a video of it and then people can see how I do it. So I hope that's made things clearer. Cheers for watching everybody, see you later.